Hi guys, it's Nyla here from Love Now TV. If not now, then when? The channel that helps you understand how your mind works so that you can experience more love and understanding in all aspects of your life. In today's video, I wanted to talk about experiencing peace of mind. I think there isn't a human being who doesn't want to experience peace of mind. And I was working with a group, and as they all sat down, I said to them, look, you're now here, you've made it to the group, can you choose to be here? Because so many times we are in places, we are with people, but our minds are somewhere else and we're just not present to what's happening. And then I asked them to close their eyes and for a few minutes just think of a time when they felt peaceful, which everybody did. And then they started to share what they experienced. And you could feel the peace. It was palpable in the room as they began to share their experiences of peace. And one guy said that he felt peace when he visited his parents' grave. That's where he found peace. That's where he went. A woman said, I feel peace when I sleep. And another one said that when his mother took her last breath and passed away, he experienced a tremendous amount of peace because she was no longer suffering. And a guy who was like in his 50s remembered being 8 years old and being with his sister in the fields, you know, what a sunny day it was, and how they were eating jam sandwiches, and just the sense of peace that it invoked in him, and how it was such an innocent time. And another guy recalled being with his children who were about 4 and 6, but now were like in their 20s, but that they were making something, and then the children were painting, and just the peace that it brought to him. And the thing is that we think, and we're conditioned to believe, that peace comes from things. Or if my business is doing well, then I'll be in peace. You know, if my daughter graduates with a good result, I'll be in peace. If I find a partner, I'll be in peace. And so we always think it's going to come from something, and we go in search of those things. And what we don't realize, that peace is here, that it's always here, that it never goes away, that the only reason we don't feel the peace is because we get such busy minds. We have so much going on that there's too much noise and we don't feel it. And we think we've got to do something, achieve something, get something in order to experience peace. But the human design just doesn't work like that. And the truth is, peace is always here. Now, the other thing is that we dwell in certain places, in certain thoughts, in certain feelings. Some people dwell in anger and rage. That was me, hands up. Others in resentment, disappointment. Others in depressed thoughts. Some people are optimistic, some people are pessimistic. But we start to create ways of thinking habitually. Our thoughts become our attitude. That's kind of where we dwell, and we don't even know it. And as a result, we live in that place. That becomes the place we live in. And the feelings that we think the most, good, bad, or ugly, that's what we end up experiencing. And yet behind it all is peace, is peace. Now, when we don't know that, we go searching for something outside of us to bring us peace. And if we have it, I'll be peaceful. And then, but when we think that if I get it, then I've got peace. But then if I lose it, I won't have the peace. And we think, that's where it's coming from. But the truth is, it's here. When these guys were talking and feeling peace, he wasn't at his parents' grave. He wasn't 8 years old. She wasn't sleeping. He wasn't painting with his children. They were just thinking peaceful thoughts. And that's what they were experiencing. So I'm not saying you have to think that the solution isn't, all right, I'm going to now think peaceful thoughts. It's more that become conscious of where you dwell. Because honestly, I didn't see how much unhappiness my being problem focused, looking at what wasn't working or what I didn't have or what needed changing or what needed improving, was keeping me away from peace that was available to me in the here and now with no change required. Like, for example, my mom, who lives with me, dwells in worry. She can't help it. She just worries a lot. She hasn't got a lot to worry about, but she can't help it because she's lived in that place for a long time. So her natural tendency, what's familiar to her, is to go into a place of worry. And yet, if you were to ever witness, it makes me quite emotional. If you were ever to witness my mother in the midst of prayer, when she is doing her prayers, the peace on her face, it is unbelievable. And it's because there's no other thought. She's just present in the moment and she's focusing on her prayers. And it really helped me to know that that's the direction I needed to look at. And also, like, it didn't serve me to be so problem focused, or did I really want to be thinking angry thoughts or resentful thoughts and live in that place, even if it's become habit and it's so familiar? I was like, no, I don't. And so those thoughts, as they came, they lost their charge, they lost their appeal. They were not so seductive anymore because they weren't telling me the truth about anything. They were just telling me about the thoughts and feelings I dwelled in. And I never thought about peace. I longed for it. I wanted it. But I always thought it's out there. It's going to come some point when this, that, and the other happens. But it's actually here. And when the mind is quiet, when there is silence, when we value being here in the present moment, it's here. It's here. We don't need to go searching for it. never left us. We just stopped looking in this direction. So notice where you dwell. What thoughts do you hang out with a lot? And what those thoughts are. So it's not about how you should think, what good thoughts you should have, just more that whatever thoughts you hang out with, those are the feelings you're going to experience. And peace is always available in the here and now, without you having to do anything. These guys didn't do anything. They just closed their eyes and for a minute thought about something peaceful. And there they were. They just thought about it. And they felt it. So, see if you look in that direction, what happens? I'd love to hear your thoughts or any questions. If you like the video, please share it if you think it has any value. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do so. Click the notifications if you want to be notified of any new videos. And if you've got any questions or thoughts that you'd like me to expand on or explore further, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.